My uncle rolled and then flipped a Jeep in the same accident, but of course he didn't die because this is the same uncle that's been shot, bled fully out to the point he had no pulse, and still didn't die. Very few things can kill this man. Anyway, he was driving around in like middle of Missouri and the roads weren't great, and all of a sudden one of his wheels kind of goes off the edge a little bit and it does a roll, and then it flips end over end, and when he lands, he is upside down. Now, Jeeps are responsible for more rolls than Cinnabon, but still, this is a particularly bad one. Now, as he's hanging there upside down, he eventually comes to, and another Good Samaritan car has come up behind him. It's these two women. One of them hops out and goes running up next to his car and goes, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And he goes, I think so. And she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna come down and try to help you, but I need to know, are you bleeding?" And he doesn't literally know at this point which way is up, so he goes, "I don't think so." And he goes, "Why?" And she goes, "Because if I see blood, I'll pass out." And he goes, "Okay." And then she comes down, she looks underneath the car, he is bleeding, and wham, she passes out. She is on the concrete now next to him. Now her friend who was in the passenger seat comes out and goes, "Oh my God, did she see blood?" And he goes, "I guess so." And then she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna come down to help you." And it's like, first off, if you're the one that can see blood, why didn't you lead this rescue effort? So she comes down, she leans next to my uncle and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna unhook your seatbelt so we can get you out of there." And he's kind of pinned so he can't get it himself. And he goes, "Okay." And then she goes, "Do you have a handle on the wall so that you can hold yourself up?" And he goes, "Yes." And then she unhooks the seatbelt, and he did not have a handle on the walls. And so wham, he's now landing next to the lady who is already unconscious because of the blood. Eventually, the ambulance shows up, and they take him to the hospital. So it's a day later, and my mom goes to pick him up from the hospital. And my mom goes in, and the doctors pull her aside and goes, "Hey, just to let you know, when he got unhooked from the Jeep, he landed on his head, so he has a pretty bad concussion. If he gets dizzy, throws up, or falls asleep, bring him back here immediately." And she goes, "Okay, can do." Now she picks up her brother and starts walking him towards the door, and as soon as those double hospital doors open, he just goes, "Whoa." And she goes, "Did you get dizzy?" And he goes, "I'm fine, we're totally fine." And she goes, "We need to go back." And he goes, "We haven't left." And she goes, "Okay." And so she takes him to the car. Now, as they take a left out to get to the first stoplight to just pull out of the hospital, he goes, "Hey, would you mind stopping for a sec?" And he opens up the door and throws up violently. And she goes, "We have to go back." And he goes, "I'm fine." And then as they're sitting there waiting to take the left out of the hospital parking lot at the stoplight, he falls asleep. And at that point, my mom just goes, "Oh, whatever." And so she takes him home. And it's been years. He's fine. But yeah, probably next time listen to the doctors.